Hey, you guys, and welcome to My Messy Life. I'm Heather P. This is episode 3. You guys. Okay, first and foremost, before anything, I have to thank you guys. I had 10 streams. 10. You guys are listening. I cannot thank you enough. Just to have one listener is freaking amazing. But that you guys are actually listening and to help my bucket dream and my dream come true of being on the radio and having people actually listen, it's because of you. And I want you guys, please, whatever you're doing, can you stop what you're doing? Go find a mirror, look yourself like dead set in the eyes, and say, I am freaking amazing. Because you are. You are like the most freaking amazing person in the universe. You are. And this person right here, me, Heather P., knows it. And if anyone tells you differently, they're projecting and they're lying because you're amazing. And I hope nothing but amazing things for you guys. And thank you. And I hope you keep listening. And I hope you share and go to TikTok, please. Like, follow. I just wanted to thank you. And I wanted you guys from the bottom of my heart know how grateful I am for you. So thank you. Okay, so on to episode 3. I'm still in awe that you guys are taking like 20 minutes out of your day to listen to me. So thank you. Thank you. Okay. So episode 3, I'm going to call Just Me. Because that's what this is. It's me. I have some wacky, crazy stories, but it's all about me. And I'll only tell you my stories because it's my experiences. So anyway, I thought I'd start with a fun one. I think it's funny. It's my birth story. So my mom, she told it good, but let's see how I do. I don't know if I've said it before, but so anyway, she got married right out of high school, you guys, really young in the 70s, early 70s. Planned to have a daughter or a kid and had one, and then planned to have another one a few years later. All worked out. And then she was breastfeeding my sister and didn't know she could get pregnant while breastfeeding. Side note, yes, you can. You can get pregnant breastfeeding. In case you didn't know, now you do. And my sister and I are exactly 13 months apart. It's pretty close. So yeah, she wasn't expecting me. She'd always tell me, Heather, you weren't planned. You great surprise, but you weren't planned. It's okay. It's okay. Some of the best things are not planned. What can I say? Anyway, so they had to go look for a new car. So they were out looking for a station wagon, and she started going to labor. At least she thought it was labor. So she went to the hospital, and they were like, no, Braxton Hicks or whatever. Go home. Have some screwdrivers. You'll be fine. Relax. If y'all don't know what a screwdriver is, it's vodka and orange juice. So she went home, and she had some screwdrivers. Nope, pain's still there. Had some more. Nope, pain's still there. So maybe a few more. It's time to go back. She can't tell me the time. She doesn't remember. It's sometime at night, 11 to 1, maybe 2. She doesn't remember. It was just late. And so they make it to the hospital, and there's no doctor. There's an obstetrician. Never delivered a baby before, but hey, here we go. And here I am. And I don't know if I told you guys this before, but they wanted to name me Johnny, which I totally would have rocked. Loved my grandpa. It would have been after my grandpa, John. He passed away in 2008. God rest his soul. He was my idol. He pretty much raised me. Would have rocked it, you guys. And then there was Kathleen that my biological dad wanted. No, she didn't like it. And she liked Heather. I don't love Heather, you guys. I think it's probably because I was yelled at all the time. Heather! Anyway, now I'm Heather. So that was my birthing story. I was a surprise. And that's how I got my name. And then Hollywood right after that. And I have, like I said, the 2 older sisters. And having 2 older sisters, you always got to try to show off or be better or do what they're doing. And we moved when I was in 3rd grade into another house. And this house was, had a lot of hills. A lot of hills, okay? And this kind of goes with my health issues, but I've had 3 concussions in my life, you guys. Okay. First one started in third grade, so we'll just start there. Um, my sister had a blue and white bike, and I loved everything my sisters had, right? So I had to ride her bike. And she had a friend over, so of course I had to show off. I mean, hello, I'm Hollywood. So we go outside, and there's a big hill, and I'm like, I am a stunt person, and I'm gonna go down this hill. Yeah. All I remember is waking up and watching Looney Tunes in a CT scan. Didn't really go as I planned. Apparently, according to her, I went speeding down the hill. I popped a wheelie, didn't even know I could do that. Ran into a parked car, hit my head, and fell on the pavement. Then I had a big smile on my face. I'm like, it's because I popped a wheelie. Went and got my mom. She said I had a big smile on my face. They drugged me out of the road. Finally, they got me out of the road. Isn't that nice of them? Got me to the hospital. I woke up with 2 black eyes. I was out of school for like a month. It felt like a month. I don't know. I got like get well cards from my class. It was a lot. But after that, I guess I was told that I was never the same. I was just a little different. So anyway, my mom decided to get me one of those tests. I think I was in 6th grade, maybe 7th. And it's one of those psychological tests. It's like an 8-hour test. And they even bring out like the piece of paper with ink blots on it. And they're like, what do you see? Look, I'm a kid with anger issues because my parents just got divorced. She just got remarried. I'm upset about all of it because I'm like, 7 or 8 when this happens. And now I'm like 10 or 11. It was a lot. And also I was Gen X. So at this time too, it's like, good luck, fend for yourself. Bye. I'm out of here. I'm going to go live my life because I got married straight out of high school and I didn't want 3 kids, but now I have 3 and I'm divorced. So I'm leaving. I was bitter, you guys. I was mad. I was angry. I was bitter and I felt abandoned, which gave me serious OCD. Like that whole divorce gave me serious OCD. But back then, no, stiff upper lip, suck it up, pull it together. We don't do that. And plus I'm overweight. Oh my gosh, you guys. Childhood was rough, I'm going to tell you. But either way, anyway, they gave me this test. I was upset. I didn't want to be there for 8 hours. I wanted to be hanging out with my friends, okay? So they're like, I don't even think this test could have been even close to accurate because I was just, what do you want me to put? Fill in the circles, okay, A, A, B, B, C, C. I was just playing around. Then they're like, what do you see? I even think I asked the guy, I said, what do you see? Because all I see is a bunch of ink splattered on a piece of paper. It doesn't look like anything. I mean, a butterfly, a puppy, a rainbow. Can I go? I see happy and joy. Can I go now? I really don't know what they were looking to get out of this, but the only thing that they told me after all of that was I had ADD and ADHD. Okay. So I have a learning disability. Great. Well, in the 90s, you guys, they didn't have really much for resource except for resource. And in resource, all they had was resource math and resource English. They never put me in a science, social studies, biology, nothing. Nothing. For 13 schools. Since all the way up, nothing. I only got to pre-algebra math. Yeah. 13 schools. They just kept passing me because they didn't know what to do. They didn't have the resources back then. And they'd always just tell me like, we just don't have the resources. Let's move you here. Sorry, we don't have the resources. Let's try here. I just got passed around. Nobody ever really helped. It was just like, let's try to get you out as fast as we can. It was a nightmare. So that's a little bit more about me. I squirrel a lot. I do have ADD. I do have I have to say I've been through so much therapy. So much therapy, you guys, in my 20s and in my 30s. I've learned to take accountability, and I learned taking accountability is huge. And that's for your own self and for your own healing. And I've learned that honesty is everything because you need to be honest with yourself. And you need to really dead set look yourself in the eye and be honest with yourself. Like, I'm a horrible person. I lie. or I'm a horrible person. I did this, X, Y, and Z. You need to own your stuff, and you need to own who you are in order to see it and to help it and to move on. But only you can do that, and only situations will make you do that. I've had many situations that make me have to look at myself and make me think, was I this problem? Am I this reason? And I have to say, if it wasn't for my BFF, I would have had some serious abandonment issues, and like even worse than I had now. She helped me so much. I even had friends that, like in 7th grade, okay, they were so mad that I called both of them my best friend that they decided they weren't going to talk to me anymore. I'm like, is this really how relationships end? You just cut it off and no longer speak to each other, and then you try to ruin each other's lives? This doesn't seem healthy. Like, this is how all relationships end? This doesn't seem right. And that's how I was taught. I was taught that's how relationships end by my mom's divorce. I was taught that's how relationships end by friendships. I mean, I really never saw my dad again. He couldn't even remember my name. When I saw him years later, he was like, which one are you again? Right? And I was trying to introduce him to my husband, like my soon-to-be husband at the time. He didn't even know who I was. He goes, which one are you again? Oh, that hurt, because that's not the life I remembered. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, these people are no longer in my life because they got angry. So that's what happens. You just cut people off. That's what you do. I just didn't understand that. I was like, how do people just do that? That's not right. And my BFF came along and she's like, no, that's not right. Those aren't good people. Like, those people never cared about you. And then I thought about it and I was like, you're right. I mean, there was even times after all of this, I was like 16, 17, and we'd be hanging out and we'd have like the best day. And then I'd be like, okay, so I'll see you tomorrow, or I'll see you whatever. And then I'd be like, wait, is she mad at me? Did I make her mad? Is she never going to talk to me again? Is tomorrow going to come and she won't answer my phone call? Because that's what my family does. They get mad at you, you're cut. So I was like, is this what's going to happen? And my BFF taught me, no. Normal people have conversations. We talk. Even if I didn't want you in my life, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to respect, like, I have enough respect for myself to have respect for you. And she opened my eyes to, like, what loving yourself really is. And that not everyone runs, and not everyone abandons, and not everyone sucks. And she's still my BFF to this day, you guys. And that's over 30 years. And amazing, because it made me cry. She's just amazing. And that's something that, only like real people can teach you, like real relationships. And she never once was like, oh my God, I'm so sick of hearing you saying that. She knew that I had abandonment issues. She knew my family. She slept over my house. She even lived at my house while we were teenagers. She knew the dynamics. She knew everything. So she was like, I'm not judging you. Like, I am here for you. I'm going to hold your hand and I'm going to show you what family really is. And she has. And she really has. I mean, she is what family truly is. Loyalty, honesty, unconditional love. I have, like I said, 2 older sisters. We're on and off like sisters. We're not on the best of terms half the time. I think they love me. I do. I think there's love there. But I don't think they like me. I don't think most of my family does. I don't. Like my mom, I think she was very young. She did what she was supposed to do, get married and have kids. But I don't think that's really what she wanted to do. She was an only child as well. There was a lot of competition. It was a lot. It was an emotional childhood. And I had a lot of anger and resentment towards her for all of that. And then as I got older and I became a parent myself, and, I realized where my anger and my resentment came from through therapy. And it was really, really therapeutic, really healing for me. And her and I were able to really make a better relationship. And I couldn't be more thankful for that. I had a really great mother-daughter relationship in my adult years with my mom, and I couldn't be more thankful for that because, oh, sorry you guys, I'm kicking things on my YouTube here. Apologies. But I'm really thankful for that. I have to always look back and just have gratitude for where I'm at, and just be thankful for the people that are in my life and who have taught me honesty, what real friendship and loyalty is, and what just real love is, unconditional family. Like, I could not, like, if her and I didn't speak for 2-3 years, me and my BFF, even though, like, that would never happen, but I'm like, let's say it did. Actually, there has been times where I went off the rails in my childhood, and she was like, yo, I can't go with you. Like, I'm not going there. If you want to go that path, I'm going this way. And I was like, okay, bye. And she's like, I'll be here when you get off that path because that's not a healthy path. You shouldn't be there. And I'm not going to support you through that path, but I will support you when you're done with that path. And she did. She was there, 110%. I mean, we had to work back to where we were, and we had to work back our trust and like to her. But yeah, she's always like, even if she is a ride or die, but she'll tell you, like, I don't agree with this, and I'm not, I don't want to ride that path with you, but I'll be here when your path is over. Like, she's truly amazing. And does anyone have a BFF like this in their life? Like, I really believe that this is like my soulmate person that came to my life to help me through it, because she has helped me get over. So did therapy, don't get me wrong, you guys, but to have someone throughout your day-to-day life that helps you through these really big issues that you do have, that are triggers that send you daily, and have someone there in your everyday life that's like, it's okay, I see your trigger and I'm here, and I'm not gonna let that get you today. And it's freaking amazing. And I've learned too with my daughter recently, I promised her I wouldn't talk too much about her because, again, she's almost 18. She can, decide what people get to know about her and what not. It's not my story. But she does say it's okay for me to tell that she does recently been diagnosed with ADHD. And she is doing so much research on it. And I couldn't be more proud of her. Knowledge is power. And she's teaching me a lot. Like, I'm learning a lot. Stuff I didn't even know that affected me. That I was like, oh my gosh, all my life I've been doing this. I didn't even know, because I have ADHD. My husband has ADHD. So I'm told that if a parent has it, then your child for sure has it. I did not know that until recently, which I thought was mind-boggling. So yeah, we're all like working with this together, but there's, one thing I have to say that I couldn't be more proud of is my daughter. One thing that I did learn from my childhood is that I wanted to keep a really open dialogue. I need to be a parent first, but I want her to know that there's a safe space and that she can always come to me and there won't be judgment. And there's not going to be like, oh, you better hit the road. No. I am not going to listen to defend. I'm going to listen to understand and to hear. And I want her to know that this is her safe space. Her family is her safe space. I know what it feels like to be alienated by family. If you hurt one, it's like a domino effect with some. And they try to get like people on their side. And it's family. And they go on the side. It's mind-boggling to me. And I'm like, were we raised by the same person? No way, I was raised by grandpa. My bad. And what I mean by that is because I was the youngest, and like my mom was in school, remarried, traveling a lot. My sisters were older than me. They were either at friends' houses or with boyfriends. I was usually with my grandpa or by myself. That's kind of how that went. Um, but you know, we all grew up differently. We all had our own struggles. You know, we all had our own things. I mean, but I do know what it's like to have and feel like an outcast in the family. I mean, my grandma, my Gigi, um, I could feel she loved me and liked me, and my grandpa too loved me and liked me. Like you could just feel that with them. But she actually bought me a black sheep once, like a little joke, and she'd always say, "You're the black sheep of the family," because I'm not really like them. I'd always think a little bit differently. I mean, they gave me that test for crying out loud. I just, yeah, I gotta say, I wasn't fitting into the perfect mold, if that makes sense. Can anyone relate to that? My Gigi, again, she was, you know, from the 1920s, was raised in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and is known to be perfect. And I was not. I was sloppy, overweight. I had an attitude. I talked back. I was not nice, and I had anger issues. Yeah. But, you know, even though I had all that stuff, my grandma still loved me. She did. But you could always tell that she had that embarrassment. Just that little bit of embarrassment. Like, couldn't you just be a little bit better? You know, she kind of grew to love me, or like me, I guess I would say. But yeah, because I didn't fit into that perfect mold of the perfect family, it was hard. And I know a lot of people have that here, especially in Utah. Like, we're perfect. All my kids are perfect. I'm perfect. We're perfect. Okay, not in this house. Okay, this is my messy life, you guys. I am not perfect. I want you to make mistakes. Because the more mistakes you make, the more you're going to learn. I want you to forgive yourself if you make a mistake. It's not your fault. Mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are learning lessons. Make them. Make lots of them. And don't be too scared to ask questions. That one gets me. Why is everyone so scared to ask a question? What's the worst they can do? Say no? Okay, so now you know. And we move on. Like, stop the fear of everyone being so judgy. They're going to judge you regardless. They're going to judge the way you look. They're going to judge the way you talk. They're going to judge you. So do it anyway. And another good one that I like too, another good saying, and I tell my daughter this a lot. Whatever it was, okay? Like for instance, she had her wisdom teeth out recently. Then she got an abscess, like right after. It was awful. And it was probably from something she ate and it got stuck down in there, whatever. And she's worried about eating like rice, sushi, you know? And I was like, oh, I was worried about this. Because, you know, she has my ADHD and my OCD. So I can relate, which makes it even so much easier to help her through this because we're doing it together. But she's been so worried about it. And I'm like, oh, you know, it's just, you're going to be fine. And this is what I tell her. You were able to eat the sushi and everything before and you were just fine. You're going to be okay after too. You're just swollen. It happened, you got stuck. It is common. This happens a lot too. A lot of people, even the oral surgeon said it, like, you know, I had a dry socket. You know, this too shall pass type thing, because it does. But you always have to remember, whether it's a person, place, or thing, you guys, you were always okay before that. You lived a life before that person, place, or thing, and you can live a life after them too. It's like one of these songs. Oh, I can't remember who sings it. Like, now I can't remember. I started to get into music. It's not a 90s song, so of course I can't remember it. But it was something like, you thought I wouldn't survive, but I did. I mean, it says that in most love songs, doesn't it? And, you know, with all these heartbreaks from whether it's person, place, thing, whatever, you guys, I want you guys to try to find a lesson. You might be someone's lesson, or they might be your lesson. But there's always a lesson. We might not know our lesson for 10, 20 years, but there is always a lesson. And sometimes, unfortunately, we have to keep learning our lesson. I am very thankful that recently I have learned that I am healing from my abandonment issues. And I'm okay with people walking away. I really am. And it's taken me so many years of therapy but I am. And it's okay. And not everything is always about me. Just because they're not talking to me doesn't mean it's because of me. And I've learned that through many years of therapy too. And I learned that there's sometimes I do projection, people do projection back onto me. I learned that most things, if someone's calling you, you're crazy, you're bipolar, you're this, they're usually projecting. I'm usually projecting. I don't like to call people out of their names. I don't like people to call me crazy. I was always, Heather, you're not stupid, you're special. You're special. You're not stupid, you're special. Oh my gosh, if I heard that one more time when I was younger, it made me so mad. Like, really? Can you stop saying that? Like, how about I'm just me? Is that okay? I mean, I don't need to be told. I know I'm not very bright. I know I'm stupid. I know I can't pass this test. Let's call it for what it is. If a duck's there, it looks like a duck. It acts like a duck. People, is it a duck? Okay. If I can't do this and I have a learning disability, yeah, guys, I'm not very bright. I am stupid. And that's okay. We don't need to say I'm special. No, I have a learning disability, and that's okay. I mean, I think saying that it's not okay or showing me I should be embarrassed or not perfect or, I don't know, being ashamed of me. I mean, I knew my sisters were ashamed of me just because of my size and I didn't look right and I knew my grandma was. And then you have a learning disability on top of it and you're in resource. I mean, I'm a walking, like, please, no, she's not one of us. It was rough and it was a lot. And I have to be thankful for what I went through, though, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be who I am today. And I wouldn't be the parent that I am today. And I wouldn't be able to be here for my daughter. And I wouldn't be able to teach her, like, you know, loyalty and love and unconditional and, you know, how to take care of yourself without needing, you know, any crutches or any help. I think the mind is amazing. Amazing. I believe in God, yes. I'm proud to be Catholic, yes. But do I also believe in energy? Yeah. Do I believe in science? Yeah. I have the science channel. You ever watched it? It's amazing. I didn't take science, but I've seen enough to know enough. And I think your mind is incredible. And if God created this, I mean, imagine the things you could do. My husband's an atheist, you guys. So yeah, he doesn't believe in God. No. And he's kind of on the energy. He's a bit of a manifester. He has, I mean, I'm telling you, he's got great energy. And he's got magnetism, but he doesn't believe it. I believe in that. I'm not like wackadoodle. I used to do tarot readings when I was a kid. I mean, in the 90s, but what kid in the 90s didn't? What girl? Usually, most of them did. Probably not a lot of Utahns, though. Oh, but yeah, I mean, I enjoy that stuff, and I think the stars in the sky are amazing. I think all of that is amazing, and I think positive affirmations. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Are you kidding me? And writing things down and truly believing something's going to happen? Why not? What else do you have to lose? And God gave you this mind. Don't you think he could have made you that powerful? Just saying, like, think about that. I mean, you could go down rabbit hole after rabbit hole thinking about that. It's amazing. Whew, it's amazing. But yeah, so that's just a little bit more about just me, Heather P. So yeah, so maybe tomorrow I'll tell you some more concussion stories. Maybe my next two concussions that I had. And then episode 5, we'll move on to the big stuff. So we'll do that. But you guys, I just wanted to thank you again for staying with me and for streaming and listening and sharing. You guys, and just taking 20 to 30 minutes out of your day. You're amazing. And I hope nothing but incredible things for you. Okay? Incredible. And remember, don't let anyone tell you differently. Because Heather P., she knows that you're amazing. Okay? All right, so let's do a Utah thing. What is my Utah thing? You guys fry sauce? Fry sauce. Okay, why is it fry sauce? Because Utahns love fry sauce. What is fry sauce? I guarantee you eat it and you didn't even know it. Fry sauce is very simply mayonnaise, I like to say that. I think it's so much more fun than mayonnaise. Mayonnaise and ketchup. There you go. You can put some Worcestershire in there, gives a little zest. You can go ahead and put some dry mustard in there, some seasoning, some pepper, some salt. Do you. You season that. You do you. You can also do mayonnaise, mayonnaise, and barbecue sauce. That's another great fry sauce. But I guarantee you've been to a restaurant, even McDonald's, you ordered a burger and it came with mayonnaise and ketchup on it, even mustard. Guess what you just had, guys? Fry sauce. Amazing, right? You just mix that stuff together, add a little bit more, mix it some more. You have secret sauce that's on most of burgers. That's fry sauce. You can use it on anything. Tater tots, cheese fries. Ranch is good with fries though too, you guys. I mean, come on, we're not barbarics, but yeah. Mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, mayonnaise, ketchup. All right, try it. It's amazing. Even on hot dogs, it's good. Okay, I'm gonna gross you out here for a minute. I've made it so my stepdad doesn't even like ketchup anymore. That's how much ketchup I used to eat. My husband, when we were just friends, would call me the condiment queen because I used to have a little bit of food with my sauce. I was very saucy. I'm not so much like that anymore. I don't really use condiments as much as I used to, which is kind of insane. But I do like ketchup on my eggs. That's right, people. I said it, and I'll say it again. I like ketchup on my eggs. And you know what else I like with my eggs? Jelly. You give me some grape jelly, strawberry jelly. Ooh, mix that in with some of that eggs. Even syrup on the eggs, you guys, I don't care. Judge all you want. It's freaking good. Has nobody had pancake and eggs? Seriously? Have you had eggs and steak? Let me broaden your horizons. Go try it. Okay? You might actually like it. Let me leave you with this, okay? Go put a piece of toast in the toaster. When it comes out all toasted, put some butter on it. Put your favorite jam, strawberry, grape. Those are my favorite. Then put a piece of real cheese on it. Sharp cheese, cheddar cheese. Those are the best cheeses. Then an egg, over easy, however you want it. Then on top of that, a little bit of ketchup drizzled with some Tabasco sauce. You can put another piece of bread on top of it and make a sandwich if you like. I like open-faced. Eat it. It's freaking amazing. It'll change your world. Zesty, creamy. It's all these wonderful things in one. And try it. Don't knock it till you try it, okay? But anyway, Utah thing, fry sauce. My thing, ketchup. All right, you guys. Thank you again for being with me on My Messy Life. I'm Heather P. This was episode 3, just me. And I can't thank you enough for being here and listening. Until next time, you guys. Bye.